Is most of your prospector
do it
mining
some-
on land or is it in air?
I was doing this near the refinery, so I was doing it in space. You know, one thing I love is even though I've got a bunch of cargo in my max, I can still come in the back and walk through the whole thing.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
There's a walking area around the cargo space. This thing is so big.
It's nice.
I'm telling you, like, the only bad thing about it is the handling. Everything else about it is nice. All right, taking off, heading for Lorville.
If the handling wasn't bad though, then it would be the perfect ship.
I don't know about perfect, but it's a pretty good ship for doing various things. Small cargo runs, mining, rock mining.
Yeah.
It is weird that you can have 4 people in it. Right, you got the 4 beds and you got a turret, but like in flight, I don't know, it just seems silly. Like, why would you really have like maybe even any more than 2 people? It's just for hauling cargo, really.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
2 people, maybe a third person for doing.
Well,
If you're doing long distance
the
or whatever.
The cockpit has 2 or 4 total 4 seats in it, right? It seems like I would rather lose 2 of those seats and have a little more cargo space.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, what's the point? Like, my understanding, having additional, like co-pilot kind of seats, the only real purpose would be, people trying to do, I guess, maintenance on the ship during combat. But this isn't a combat ship. It's reasonably well armed, but
Yeah, but it
it's
is
not a
made.
combat ship.
It's supposed to be meant for long distance. So on a long distance haul or whatever, you don't want your pilot to be the pilot the whole time. So you're gonna want a crew of 4 because you got 2 people, piloting or manning systems, while the other 2 are on break, kind of thing.
Right, but realistically, what are you going to do if you're on break?
Yeah, log out, go do something
Log
else. Yeah, log out, go do something else. Maybe maintenance on the ship while one person's flying and one person mans a turret. Stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just the option, the trucker option. All right, well, I'm gonna load in here to 312 and see what my mining load is gonna look like. Hopefully, it's done. I had a day and an hour.
That's right.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I'm about to land at Lorville to go sell my load.
So I tried to split the load, with the sliders. I tried to split the load in order to for like what kind of processing I'd like to do for it. And apparently, if you don't select the stuff that's in your load or whatever, it automatically jettisons it.
Yep.
So that kind of sucks ass. Something to think about.
Yep.
You have to do everything.
You have to do everything with the same process. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. I get it though, I guess, because I guess the bags aren't exactly separated in a way.
True.
I guess I have to look at it like that, or else I'll cry.
I think part of it is a glitch, though.
Oh, okay. Because I ended up dumping the Vexilite last night because the process that worked for the titanium and laranite, didn't work for the Bexalite, so I tried to split the load. They still got security cameras here at Airbus in the elevators. I noticed that they've been taking the security cameras out of a lot of the elevators. Man.
Taking out of a lot of what?
The elevators?
Oh yeah.
Alright, I have landed at Lorville.
So let's see. The prospector can hold. Oh, it's not going to tell me.
32
Oh,
SU.
32. So then my cutlass can hold 46. So I guess I will use my cutlass. Because I should have 30. Because I only had 2 SU of Bexalite that I lost.
I don't think you can put cargo in a prospector.
No, but it's 32 SU of ore that you get.
Oh, got it.
And so now
You're trying
that
to figure out what you have left.
yeah, now that we have to haul our own, which now I'm gonna have to figure out where the hell to sell this stuff at.
You want to sell it?
I can-
The easiest place that I know of is the business district in Lorville.
Right. I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
Because the train ride is just horrendous. Well, that and the whole landing sequence.
Yep.
I'm just trying to.
I just did it in a max.
Yeah. See.
Although the splines are gone.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Which
Yeah,
is
it's not that bad anymore now.
And they lowered the ceiling down to 2,000 meters. So you don't have to worry about autopilot taking over till you're at 2,000 meters for the restricted zone.
Okay.
Yeah, I tested it out when I took off last night. It's so funny that they have to mark ramp access and door access on the ships now. Oh my goodness! Like for real. Like I don't know. All you had to do was hold F around the ship and figure it out.
Yeah, but sometimes it was really hard to figure out.
That's part of the fun of the game. Is that the fact that they didn't hold your hand to do everything?
Welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are
Well, maybe it was just fun for me doing that. I don't know.
I'll have to say I did like the fact that they did that.
Do what?
Well, for example, the mole. I mean, I know where it is. I know exactly where the door is.
Yeah, the mole is hard.
For whatever
I'll admit
reason,
that.
it doesn't like to. You look up at it's not there. You look this way, it's not there. It doesn't, work right. Now,
Yeah.
at least that I'm looking at this, it's actually right there.
Well, even the caterpillar took. I knew where the ramp was, from back in the day, and it still took me a minute to figure out where exactly to look in the new iteration.
is now off.
Yeah.
Landing gear up.
I'm gonna head over to her L1 here. I don't know why I just didn't log out from the station at her L1. I didn't think of it. I went over to Everest last night before logging out. Oh, I did a couple missions too. The bounty missions. I think I need to work my way up though. So maybe you just have to have enough people in your party.
Maybe it's to your point. Maybe it's the way they do it with the crime stat. We have to have enough people with enough crime stat to get us to spawn. Maybe it's the same thing with the.
Oh, whoa!
Like,
Quantum drive is now
Sorry.
A party of a bunch of people who have really high bounty
Right.
levels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, basically, our reputation with bounty hunting.
So I'll try to work on mine. Did you guys keep paying the fees? I had a $400 fee and I paid it,
Yeah.
and now I have a $1,000 fee, but I didn't do that. I just started doing bounty missions to try to get my rep up.
You're talking about the bounty mission fee-based missions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to advance to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna want to do those.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna want to save up some cash. I gotta upgrade my black before I can do any of that.
Yeah. Well, I was just telling Curly I should help him save up the 2 mil he needs to get a saber.
Oh, there you go. That'd be
So
cool.
I
I'd
may be
be.
helping a number of people build up cash doing mining runs.
I. Whatever. I'm going on record here, but I still want to try the exploit just to see if it still works, so I could submit another ticket or not.
For the what?
There was a hauling exploit back in 3.9.
Yeah.
Whereas
I bet
if you had a party, and you had all your ships touching a space station, as long as one of your party members was within comms range of your ships, you could load and unload all your ships remotely.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was a huge exploit that not very many people knew about.
Landing gear down.
You know, it kind of killed the game, to be honest. If anybody was trying to do any hauling missions legit, like every single station would be sold out of all the good stuff.
Whoa. So I had a bit of aluminum and I just sold that at less than 3,000. But I've got Bexolite. Oh no, I just cancel that. I've got like 100,000 in Bexolite.
Dude,
2,332 units, or 24 CSU. Is that right? CSCU.
Wow.
sweet.
That
So
pays.
102.
That's Lorville?
Yeah, so at Laurelville, I'm selling Bexolite at 44.
What?
It's 44 per unit.
Wow. That's great.
Well.
Damn. I lost out on 2 SCU of Bexolite.
Yeah, no, Bexolite's worth a lot. And that's probably the one thing in my hold that's actually worth a lot. And I found I mined a fair amount of it, and so
Nice.
yeah, like I said, I'm showing 2,000.
God, I wonder what all
Over
that
2,000
container that I
units.
mined is going to be worth. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, right?
Last night I came, I had.
Okay, by the way, guys, I had the same amount of almost the same amount of corundium, and it's selling for 6,300.
Wow. I had Quantanium last night. I probably had like solid 20 SU of Quantanium, and I mined it, got over within 15 minutes. So I should have been totally fine. And when I landed, it went from the alarm went from nothing to beeping red, flashing alert, 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 and then I felt a thud. And then when I got to the refinery, it was gone. I assumed that was the thud.
Yeah, instead of blowing up your ship, it auto jettisons.
Yeah, that would have been worth a lot.
Which is kind of cool, actually, but
Yeah.
not cool at the same time. How it happened, but it's cool that it didn't blow up your mole. Because, dude, that would be
Yeah.
a fortune to try to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it would have been a fortune, and I would have lost everything else. So it's like, okay, well, I just don't know how much I actually, kept
Yeah.
at this point. What's the cheapest hauler that out there right now for rental? Do you
Um,
know?
Cutlass or the Max. The Max is I would say probably the cheapest, best hauler because you can get 120 or 122 SCU.
For rental?
Oh,
You
rental.
can rent. Yeah,
Shit,
rental.
I don't know if you can rent the Max.
I don't think you can.
The Max? Is that what you guys were just asking about?
Yeah.
Yes, I want the cheapest rental that has a lot of hauling capacity.
Give me just a moment.
Like, is it the black?
Oh,
Max, no. Cutlass Black, yes.
yeah. The black you can rent, and it's like 56,000.
Not a
Um,
Caterpillar.
40.
Give me a minute. Let me finish selling my stuff first.
here, I'm right here at her L1. I'll tell you how much the black is to rent.
It's 43. I checked.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say cheaper than that.
Okay, and guys, for reference, I've got Laranite, and I have almost 1,600 units, and it's selling for almost 50K.
Nice. So I probably go to the refinery screen again. Connecting. There are 0 completed work orders. Damn. Well, that sucks.
What did happen to you?
I have 2 hours and 39 minutes left to go.
Oh,
Man,
it's still not done yet.
man, that's horrible. So, whatever
Rough life.
then, right? Yeah, I'm not in the same server as you guys, by the way. It was loaded.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh crap, man. Oh, I do
this
have.
terminal is
I got the
acting
Bexelite
weird.
and Laranite, so I gendered the titanium then. Well, that's
That's
cool.
not bad. Titanium, just now I've noticed titanium is not worth much. So,
Mm,
by the way,
yeah.
my total haul there, and almost all of this was made off of Bexelite and Laranite, was 165,000.
Well,
That's
see, what I'm looking at is the total yield. I'm looking at what we're going to be able to net, because this load I could have sold for 65.6 thousand last night, and it cost me like 9,000 to refine. So if I don't get
Yeah, no, and I didn't do that. I was saying like I should have timed like how long did it take me using the prospector to mine this, and then yeah, what was the difference with refining it
all right.
without?
I got hustle him, and he may or may not be in Iraq right now.
what was that?
No, never mind. We're fine. Sorry. It's a shared mission. I finally got to it.
Oh, cool. Well,
Oh, this is interesting. There's a guy who's sitting, but he's sitting on the floor, and
yeah.
his legs are like down in the ground, and he's leaning up against nothing.
That's funny. I guess I'll try to do some hauling tonight. See if the server crashes. I hate doing that, man.
You should mine more with the prospector or something. Go
Yeah,
rock
well,
mining. Better than hauling.
I
You've
usually
lost
don't
so
have
many
luck.
credits.
Yeah, I know. I don't have luck either way. So I always try to gauge which direction my luck is going to go for the night.
Oh, you can rent a freelancer.
Nah, freelancers.
1 day freelancers 34.
That's what I want right there.
There you go.
34,000.
And it hauls 60 SCU or
60?
66
All right,
SCU.
working on that. Working on
Yeah,
that.
the black. Oh, where? Several places. Freelancer, you can rent it at Hurston.
At
It says
4.
oh sorry, Everest Harbor Cargo Center, Microtech Cargo Center, or
Oh wait.
Arc Corp Cargo Center. So any of the cargo centers you can rent a
Okay, so
freelancer.
you said Everest Harbor, Port Trusser.
All the stations above the main cities
Got it.
in their cargo center.
Nice.
Got it. Sweet.
You can get a Constellation Andromeda that is 71,000
Excuse
though.
me. Yeah, Andromeda has 96 SAU.
Yeah, so it's gonna come to my profits, so that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, that 30,000 for the prospector sounds pretty good. Or the freelancer, sorry.
Yeah, freelancer.
If I can get on tomorrow, I think I'm going to attempt to do a joystick and mouse.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. Yeah.
Joystick and mouse is supposed to be pretty good because you get the pointing accuracy of the mouse, but then you have the multi-axis control of a joystick as well.
Yeah. So hopefully.
Joystick. I'll stick to my sticks and my guns.
Oh yeah. I forgot I can buy minerals here at HUD UI now.
I'm thinking next month I might go ahead and buy myself a pair of sticks.
Oh, this is sales. Ah man. Okay, so never mind. Whatever.
Sales?
I was gonna try to load my cutlass from here, and then fly down to Lorville and sell it. Maybe I gotta go to admin. I went back into the refinery. There's nowhere I could do that here. I'm gonna go over to admin. They usually only have waste and scrap though.
I'm still amazed that you tried to do trading from, after as many credits as you lost.
Yeah.
We're sorry. You've exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your ship to storage.
When it works, it's like super fast money.
Initiating
That's
ship
only
storage
if you
procedure.
don't get
For your
30k.
safety, please vacate the area.
Yeah.
Thank you for your cooperation.
But I mean, for a minute there, when I was able to use my when I had 1 million credits, and or over 1 million credits, and I was able to like get a whole load of titanium in the Caterpillar, I could run that Caterpillar load from like Ariel back to Everest Harbor and sell it off for like 50,000. I don't know. I feel bad though a lot of times because I don't know. I don't get to play as much as you guys, and I don't have the credits built up to be able to fund a lot of stuff. I just have the ship stock.
Yeah, so what we need to do is we need to figure out how to leverage, when you're on, using your ships to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even I should be playing Switch. I need to be smart about it. But yeah, it's a leverage.
Well, I still haven't been able to figure out, like, how to make more money with 2 people rock mining. The problem I think is that I just haven't been able to consistently
Dang, it's
get
almost
together
crap.
with other people, right? It's almost like you both need to learn the routine.
Yeah.
In order to really get efficient at it, so you got to do it over and over. I had to do it over and over and over again solo to get any good at it.
Well, it's like when you Ravens and I went out, dude. We were killing it.
That's true. We were doing really well, and I think what it was is that the 3 of us, we just knew what we were doing.
Yeah, we had tons of practice.
And so the problem is that there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of practice. it's fun to play with Rudy, but he doesn't have that practice.
Yeah, but he'll get there. You know, all of
He'll get
us,
there.
all of us will get there.
Yeah, well, as long as we actually play and they don't change it up too much, because now you have to kind of relearn
This is true.
mining, because you have to kind of it's like the habits that you get that you train yourself, because the interface changes. I find I have to like look at the screen differently, and I find myself retraining my eyes.
Dude, yes. For even
Uh,
when I was out prospecting with, mining with the
yeah,
prospector, it was just
yeah.
so
It's so
different.
it's so
What
different.
the
It
heck?
actually makes it really, really hard, because you have to, like I said, you have to relearn the interface, and your eyes have to look at different things in different ways, and so it's going to take some time. And what's kind of interesting is like almost everything in this game is that way, where it just takes time to figure out, the or I guess it takes time to train yourself to have the right habits, to do it with any kind of efficiency.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, the learning curve is
Hmm.
long. It takes time and practice, and like I said, even just getting the routine of working together with other people.
Hmm.
But one thing that I was thinking about, with when Raven, you and I were doing the the mining thing, like it was the three of us on the max. I was flying, you guys were mining, but like while I was flying, the two of you were doing nothing. While you guys
Well,
were
we were still
mining, I
pinging.
was doing nothing.
Well, I was pinging anyways. I was trying to help ping because you can ping
Yeah,
from the.
yeah, but I don't think it made that big a difference. I don't know for sure, but it didn't seem like it would.
But
And so,
I do like it when we do the multi-ship. I don't even mind if I have to
well,
hop out.
Hello and welcome aboard
you
your break
remember
interplanetary
how you and
craft.
I were doing it at first with a
Your
prospector
systems
and your
are
black?
online.
Yeah.
It seems to me like that might be more efficient
Launch
now that the
complete.
collection of the rocks is a lot faster. And I think, by the way, I think they slowed it down
Landing
just a
gear
little bit,
up.
Mm-hmm.
but it's still pretty fast. And
Good thing in
so,
having the prospector mining the big rocks in the black, having with wall inside.
uh, what we were doing was I was like, so Chef Boy would be um, mining with the rock, and I would go around and scan, and I'd look for other rocks. If I
Right.
found other rocks, I'd break a couple of them for him, and then I'd have to sit there and wait, and then he'd come over and finish up, and then I'd go off and scan again. If I happened to find a big rock that had some really good stuff on it, I might mine it. But for the most part, I was just looking for little rocks, and I think we were able to fill, even with the really slow collection of the initial
Quantum
rock,
drive is now
we
off.
filled it up pretty quickly, I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we really did. But that was, again, that was when the collection was a lot slower.
But it seems like now it would be even faster, right? Because I would be in the prospector, I would be waiting for you less to catch up.
True. This
Now
is very true.
we might switch roles. Maybe I take the rock in the max, and then just because it's easier to transport in a max, and then you take your prospector around, and
Okay,
just do it that
fine.
way. But now can we get more people involved? Right? Is there a way to do this with the three people instead of just two?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
definitely, dude. If
it's possible
somebody
to put two people in the max with two rocks.
that that and or just have like a couple of blacks with a rock in each, and then that way the prospector breaks it up. Whichever or freelancer or whatever, whatever rock hauler you want to use. Um, but then you can piggyback and
Quantum
jump
drive
around,
is now off.
uh, just following the prospector, and then the prospector doesn't have to wait. See what I'm saying? For the rock to reload into a ship or whatever, there's always somebody available
Quantum
in
drive
between
is
frog
now
hops.
off. Quantum drive is now off.
Well,
I,
and the
I
way
still
I
think
perceive it
multiple
right now,
ships with multiple rocks would would be the best.
Maybe. Certainly, the thing that I see right now is that the thing that's the most time consuming is scanning.
Yes.
Right? Collection is a lot. Breaking and collecting is a lot faster now. It's
Yes.
scanning, and so you almost want two ships scanning and one miner, right? So the mining
Yeah.
ship, if it's doing any scanning whatsoever, you're losing efficiency.
What if you had your black and your prospector both scanning, and then depending on what they find,
But yeah,
yeah,
and that's why I was saying multiple ships. If you have multiple people to run multiple rocks, then you might as well have multiple ships to haul them in. So that way, everybody has a scanner. You know, we can fly however many abreast to scan the most amount of area.
And that's going to be the hard part, by the way, is getting that efficiency. So every single time I've scanned with someone else, the ships tend to get really far apart.
Yeah.
And then the rocks have a hard time getting transported to those locations in an efficient manner.
And that is all about the pilots.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think the key is getting your pilots to fly in a formation that is efficient, that doesn't
Correct.
get them too far apart. So here's what I was thinking about that. I'm actually going to quit out of the game. But here's what I was thinking in terms of how to make that work out better. What you do is okay. So when you're scanning, you don't see minables more than about 1,000 meters away. So if you can have
Yeah.
your two ships scanning, but only like 2,000 meters away from each other.
Well, I was even thinking like 800 meters away. That way you get a maximum efficiency. But yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you don't
we'll
want
play
to
with it.
close. But you get what I mean, right? Is like what
Totally.
you do is you try really, really hard not to actually get far away from each other.
Yeah.
And the other thing would be, potentially, is making circles. Like you almost want to stay near where the rock is rather than traveling in a straight line away. And this seems a lot harder, but you almost want to do like some kind of a pattern around where the rock is mining or
Yeah.
rocks are mining.
Yeah.
That way,
I can agree
when
with
you
that.
find something, it's not too far away. But how do you do that in an efficient way that doesn't overlap too much? And I don't know how the spawning works. I don't know. Certainly, there's been some goofy stuff that I've seen, happening with the location of the rocks. When sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. And so maybe it just takes the pilots a little while to kind of just figure out. This again, that's one of those things where you almost just figure out just by doing it over and over and over again and trying different things.
One thing that has always helped me is I will tag one of the landing sites, like one of the mining locations that say we're on aerial. I'll tag Lathan, and as long as I know where Lathan is, I can fly around anywhere.
Oh yeah, you use it like a compass. No, I
Yeah.
do that all the time. Yeah.
And that's another thing that pilots are going to need to learn how to use their surroundings like that.
Yeah. Well, and again, if you're trying to at least if the two are trying to fly in a straight line, right? They can again use that compass to be sure they're both heading in the same direction, while trying to maintain the right separation.
122. Yeah.
But yeah, and I think what we want to do is we want to be consistent about who's being pilot and who's rock mining, because I think you get good at the different operations. And what you want to do is you want to be sure that those people are consistently getting experience in the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. I like to.
It's nice to mix it up sometimes.
you
Yeah.
should mix it up.
like-
Otherwise, everyone's
Yeah.
like on one.
It keeps the boredom
But anyway,
down, and it keeps everybody well rounded.
I'm totally up for this, but like I said, it's just it is actually relatively rare to be able to hook up with other people in game, which has been pretty unfortunate. I think everyone's pretty late, and I would love to be able to do it earlier. But So maybe like almost the biggest barrier to implementing the plan that we just
Engines
discussed
online.
is just
Launch complete.
getting people together in game and you know having a common time to play.
Yeah, that's hard.
But yeah, I think a lot of people, at least the people we know, you know, they can't commit to any kind of time.
By the way, the Cutlass has a bug to where if you are centered, you're flying straight, quote unquote, it will drift down when you go into your mobiGlas. So you almost always have to have it pulling up a little bit in order to fly level. So what I've kind of learned to do is if you're going to be in atmosphere, fly inverted. So if I'm in atmosphere and I'm going to access my Mobi for doing setting course or whatever, then yeah, I go inverted.
That's funny.
It makes all the difference.
If we do the rock mining, I'm gonna volunteer the max because I really do think it is one of the best vehicles for transporting rocks. Just ease of use, you know, lack of bugs. You know, the biggest bug with that thing is the doors don't lock,
Landing gear
which is
up.
easy to get around.
Yeah, true.
There's a convenient storage area for any, like if you fill up the rock, there's a
Holy
convenient
mackerel.
storage area to empty out the rock. Right? You've
So
got
yeah.
that second mini cargo bay area, right? And you can
Oh,
just
that's where
pile
you
boxes
put
in.
it. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the when you're bringing a rock into the bay, like it doesn't get in the way of anything.
Nice, dude. That's cool. Cause yeah, I
And you can
was.
put a lot. I had like 4 boxes lined up on one side, and that's just one side. Like I could easily stack, I don't know, 2, 8, 16. You could probably approach 24 to 32 boxes in that room.
I just want to put this out here. Sorry to interrupt, but anyone realize that the Cutlass Black is 27K at the cargo center, but 44K over in the refinery?
What?
Really?
Drive is now off.
For renting?
I was wondering why it was so much more than the.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
Yeah, chill on
some.
that one. I did not realize that. I'm like, hey, what?
I would still probably, time wise though, I'd probably for the 27 between the 27 and 30. I'd probably just go ahead and go with the
Really?
freelancer.
The program or the thing that I use for finding stuff, like where to rent things, it's actually saying it's 27K everywhere, including the refinery decks.
I'm heading back that way. I'll check it. But I swear, I just looked at it. It's like 43. I was like, wow, that seems expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to spend that much money. Is there any way I can do this better?
Yeah. Huh.
I want to get head tracking so bad. It'd make flying so much easier.
You think so?
Well, like, especially, I use the black all the time, right? I can't look down. I can't see anything below me. I literally
And
have,
tracking
I have,
doesn't necessarily fix that.
but I could look down and see through the cockpit glass.
Oh.
Yeah, I would like head tracking as well. That'd be nice. But I don't know. Part of me wants to wait for like Oculus or something like that. But then you use your joystick, so then yeah.
One of the guys that we know from the North Star Consortium,
No, Blackwing.
From Blackwing.
Yep.
One of the guys that we know from Blackwing has it and showed it to me. And what was interesting, the most interesting effect I found from it, like he was in a hammerhead and he was looking around the cockpit with his head, and he was showing me the difference. He has the one that also does eye tracking, which is like damned cool.
Yeah, it's that Toby. He ordered the Toby that's on the
Toby,
RSI.
yeah. And so he was showing it to me, and one thing that I found was like the cockpit felt so much more real.
Yeah.
Part of it was like, you know, you could take for the most part, the way you're able to move your head in the game to look around inside the
Landing
cockpit,
gear down.
you could almost just have, instead of a 3D model of the cockpit, you could almost just have one of those 360-degree picture kind of things going on, right? Because there's no change in the head position like front
That
to
request
back.
has already
Well,
been granted.
Stone was able to move his head like closer to the screen, and it actually zoomed in a little bit, and
Oh,
so
what?
it it turned it turned the cockpit into more of a 3D thing instead of just this thing almost like a flat thing that you're looking around. And because he was able to move his head in that way in the game, like I said, it almost felt like a really real cockpit. And it was a little eerie, the feeling I got, as my brain turned all the information I was getting from his view
Landing complete.
into 3D information. As opposed, again, it looks very flat normally, but with
Yeah,
that
you
head
can
tracking stuff,
actually
it
look
can
around
look,
stuff.
yeah, with the head tracking stuff, it can
Images
actually look
online.
super 3D.
Hydrogen
Yeah,
fuel is
with
at
the head tracking, yeah, I've seen that. It's almost like you can look around something. Like if there's a strut there, I can like look around it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That makes
yeah,
any
yeah,
sense.
yeah, that would
yeah,
be
yeah.
so freaking
Yeah,
cool.
you can actually you're not just rotating your head, you're also translating your head a little bit. And because of the translation, yeah, it turns everything into a 3D experience, and it was really damn cool. So if you're trying to do immersive in Star Citizen, the head tracking with that particular tracker, I think, I don't know how the other ones work, but because I haven't seen them, but oh yeah, totally worth it.
That's which one?
Toby,
Toby.
Tobii.
I have it. I have it bookmarked. I can.
It's actually being um, advertised by RSI on the launcher. Even there's a
It's
link on the
the
launcher.
Tobii Eye Tracker, Tobii, and the one I've got, the one that um, Stone has is the Tracker 5, and it's
Hmm.
$229.
Yeah, but there was a sale. I don't know if the sale's still going, but there was a sale on it for like 10-15% off for a minute.
Yeah,
That's hard to think
again,
about. It's one side of this. I've already spent, I don't know, $500 on joysticks,
yeah,
Right?
but at the same time, I really want to spend more money on the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, again, if you want that extra level of immersion,
Yeah,
I don't know if it does much for control, but for immersion, it's pretty awesome. And certainly at a later date, when they include more capabilities, it's possible that you can use it. The eye tracking could be used for gimbal aiming or something.
mm-hmm.
There's
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of
especially
possibility
when you link it with like, say, the game glass, not game glass, but the HCS, the
Voice
voice,
packs.
yeah, voice
Yeah,
packs.
I have that too, by the way. It's
Nice.
fun.
So then you can just sit there and look at the target, go target 1, target 2, or whatever.
What I found most beneficial about that HCS voice pack, I don't know if any of you guys have that.
No.
No.
Okay, it's not that bad. It's only like $20, I think.
Yeah.
But what was nice about it is controlling power and shields. It's huge because you never
Totally.
do it. You never do it, but with HCS voice packs, you do it all the time. And I used to play with, a long time ago. We're back when we're in the two series,
Mm-hmm.
2.6, I think. I'll just remember going against Enchilada. We were having a bout over by SBK, and better
Mhm.
pilot than me for sure, but he can't kill me because every
Nice.
time he started to take down one shield, I just reroute power, reroute shields.
Nice.
Can't touch that. he just couldn't kill me, and eventually I killed him because of that, right? It may not be as accurate, but I can, stay alive a lot longer because I can just sit there and keep changing my shields around, and then just keep focusing my shield wherever he's shooting. It's really effective. But
That's cool.
yeah, I mean, there's that. There's the other things like you can tell it to start quantum drive and do all that kind of jazz. That's where I saw the true benefit of it. It's like I can basically be my own, ship engineer and pilot at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. And see, what I've noticed is like missiles don't always work. Like when I'm sitting there clicking my mouse wheel trying to get missile lock to go, it doesn't always happen.
Yep.
And so if I had something like that had going down, you'd at least get a 100% confirmation.
Yep. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it is nice. The only problem right now is because with everything so much shifting, they've kind of given up updating for a little bit, which is funny. At least I haven't seen updates go since like 3.9, 3.10.
All right, Jester. So I started out with 122.5 load of Laranite in my cutlass, full load, and I'm selling it for 141.5, so 29,000. I just made while we're sitting here talking, just with the black. That's why I was saying, kind of like, I like hauling when it works.
Yeah, well, but again, the risks are.
Yeah, the risks are flipping huge. Because again, I put half my credits toward that load.
Right. The problem is it's not the first time. It's like, yep, it's working. Now I have 500,000. Now it's gone.
Yeah. And see, I went from 1 million down to 200,000 real quick.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, and if you think about returns on investment, right? The returns are kind of crap because you have to do like, the last time I looked at it anyway, it was like you have to do like, I don't know, 5 runs to make up for a full loss.
Yeah. So it sucks ass that way.
Yeah.
That is the problem. That's why I got out of cargo running.
But I do admit, when you can get a full load of Hadnite, and you can find it pretty relatively easily, then dude, it's night and day. Let's see what can I buy from here though?
Yeah, if only you didn't lose it all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd give you money to start with.
I don't know, 312 so far does seem like it's pretty, for how buggy it is, at least it's pretty solid as far as I haven't seen. Granted, this is, I know.
I've had it quit on me a couple times.
Oh, really?
In fact, one time it actually kicked me out of the PU without an error.
What?
Yeah.
No crash report?
No, nothing.
Because I have gone to a crash report screen.
It was like I hit escape
what the heck?
and exit to menu, but I hadn't, of course.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Are you sure someone just didn't do it for you?
Right. So apparently, when you hold F and click the left mouse button, you throw whatever is attached to your armor. I threw my flare on accident. Yeah.
It's F. Okay, I thought it was G to do that. That's been around for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I guess I just never.
It's nice. It's very nice with throwing flares. Exactly what you're saying. Or throwing anything for that matter, you can throw anything.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah,
If I can throw empty bottles. I might start throwing empty bottles at other players.
Yes, I used to throw, like, when you had a container, like a piece of cargo that you'd carry around with boxes.
Yeah.
I throw those.
Oh, cool.
Throw them like a ship. It saves you a little bit of walking.
Oh yeah.
All right, it's super late for me. I gotta go to bed.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Girls
I
are
should.
gonna probably get me up at 6.
Yeah.
6
Exactly.
hours.
I should be hitting the hang. Also.
I'm gonna do this delivery here and see how much money I make. Go from there.
Sweet. Yeah, I
I don't
can't
think
wait.
everything's based around that Montanium, which is all down. See where it
Well,
goes.
and I probably should do an experiment with the mining of the prospector, see if that's actually do a more rigorous investigation and see if it feels worthwhile.
True.
We're sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart.
All right.
Oh.
We'll have to return
Good night,
your ship to
guys.
storage.
Yeah. Take care, Jester.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, Chef.
Night.
Initiating ship storage procedure.
Night, Curly.
For your safety, please vacate
Night,
the
Chef.
area. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, the ship got stored, so guess I'm not doing much else. Maybe I'll fly back for L1. Okay, fine. A little overzealous there, buddy. I like your gumption, though. What? Oh, never mind. Get it all set up, load some cargo. And there goes all my subscribers. Jesus, brain. If I only had a brain. What? Ah, it's the open button. Nice. That's different. It's kind of cool. I thank you very much. Excuse me. Nice. Who doesn't like some fireworks? Well, that's kind of silly. Keep the part number on when you're installing. Oh no. do wish I could pilot from there sometimes. Got a way better view.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
You are clear to launch.
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Dude, that'd be kind of funny. Let's try to VTOL this all the way up. Let's get it all centered again. Yee-hoo! It's actually pretty impressive.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Nice view of the city, the spaceport. Some converted. Plot a course.
Quantum drive is now on.
Oh, come on now. There we go.
Quantum drive is now off.
There's the station. Guess when you're hurtling through an asteroid belt, you should really pay attention to where you're flying, huh? That's why they say no, don't text and drive. I'm just super curious. What do they have around here? Holy moly. Alright, let off the gas pedal this time. A little more conservative. Titanium and copper. Those are actually good percentages though. Dang, maybe I'll mine over here a bit. Let me check it out.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Nope. Signs are on the other side.
Landing gear down.
I got spoiled using my 502 mouse last night. Going back to the $10 cordless. It's definitely interesting.
Landing complete.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Alright, from here,
Nitrogen fuel is at 100%.
we're gonna log out. Take care, everyone. Stay frosty.